Come on, girls. Come on.
The cows are definitely my favorite animals on the farm, by far. You can herd them, you can have more of a relationship with them, I think. I love it up here. I'm from New Jersey originally. No. I grew up nothing like this.
Essex Farm was at the edge of this wave of really smart, entrepreneurial, creative young people who were actually coming into farming at a time when it seemed like most people were trying to run out of farming. When we first started out, Mark and I were the only two people working on the farm. As we've grown and our workforce has grown, we've realized that one of our most important products is producing new farmers for our region.
I mean, there's a lot to learn still. You could be here for 10 years learning. You know, you learn so much every day. I've learned more in the last year and a half here than I did in the rest of my life. So I could go out on my own now and make a lot of my own mistakes and lose a lot of my own money, or I could stay here and continue to learn and prepare myself more.
There aren't all the things that a big, strong farm community has, but there's also not an expectation of you're going to farm a certain way, and you get creative really quickly. And I think for a lot of young and older new farmers, having the freedom to explore what kind of farm they're going to have without sort of being told what they're going to do has given them an independent spirit.
For whatever reason, a lot of them have been inspired to start their own farms. Some of them right here in the neighborhood.
There are probably 15 to 20 farms that have in some way been affected by what we're doing here.
I'd been working at the Essex farm just south of here and had several friends encourage me to pursue this farm. It is super empowering to come to a place where I have all these dreams and ideas that we want to incorporate onto our particular farm.
We tend to wake up a little after 5 and we get the cows going. Once the sun comes up, they're ready to come down and be milked. This is our 3rd season as North Country Creamery. And we started the creamery to make raw and aged cheeses. We do some fresh cheeses as well. And we make frozen yogurt as well as yogurt.
It all just aligned right to land here at the right time. And there was cheese making and then there was marketing. So 2 other full-time jobs. It turns out it is really fun to connect with people about the food that we produce, that they eat, that we can tell a story about a cow in the morning that made the milk that they're having right then and there. Almost none of the young farmers inherited farms. Our farms are in such an infancy. It's our 3rd season. I love working with animals on a daily basis. They're each like people. All of our cows have names, of course, and they all have personalities, so it's an adventure every morning to have our milking experience. And then it's so fun. Who wouldn't want to milk cows in the morning? Gracious.
Put a limit, how many limit is there?
I just wrote it on here, but I'll make a sign.
It has to go there. Today is our harvest day, and so it's a really crazy, busy day, and the list is long. The most time-consuming harvest today was strawberries. We harvested probably 30 flats of strawberries from about a 1/4 acre of strawberries. Lettuce, spring greens, scallions, herbs, flowers, and then the other side of our harvest is obviously the meat, eggs.
One of the reasons that we're seeing such a wave of young farmers come into farming right now is the rise of the direct market model. CSA stands for Community Supported Agriculture. So the farmer agrees to grow the food for the eaters. They generally pay or make a contract right up front, and they come every week to the farm to pick up their food for the week.
I'm a lettuce guy, and I eat probably 2 heads of this lettuce every night. I'm the cook of the family, so I do all the cooking and I do all the shopping. This is where we get the bulk of our food.
We're able to get a better price for what we're growing. We're able to set our terms. And that has made farming a much more economically viable business than it was in the last few generations.
I started in December, so I've been here for 6 months. I've been working on vegetable farms for the past couple years with a bit of animal experience, and have gotten more and more excited about working with animals and raising animals. I'm definitely excited about the idea of one day having my own farm. So a typical day is waking up at 5:30 or trying to wake up at 5:30. And then we have a team meeting every morning at 6 where we talk about the plan for the day, the priorities for the week.
For the first time in our 12-year history this year, we've hired both people from the outside who've come in with sometimes fancy educations and idealism. We've also hired people that know this community. They know the soil types, they know the machinery, they know the history. We've been a little bit of a melting pot.
We are beginning to see a real new, diversified, sustainable farm infrastructure grow up here in Essex County. It is hard work. You're not going to get rich doing it. So what is it that makes this lifestyle so attractive? For some of us, we find meaning and beauty in the idea of making food come out of soil and sun and work.
We're outsiders that came into this community with idealism. And there's a lot of idealism in this community already, but we were definitely looked at as the newcomers. And I think what we're finding is by building a team and trusting the community to help us, but also asking the community for help, we've been able to create something powerful that we didn't set out to do.